Hey, I'm Rachel J, and this is Cultivator Kitchen. Today, we're doing something a little different. It's all about new beginnings. As you all may have seen in the past few videos, I am in a new kitchen, and I haven't really addressed that here, but I have gotten comments from y'all and emails, so I wanted to talk about it a little bit. And while we're doing that, we'll of course talk gardening. This means I'm going to have a completely new, completely different gardening setup this year, and I am so excited to tell y'all what I'm going to be doing. And while we get started on our chat, I am going to be building one of these very cool box trellises today while we talk and explaining what's different in my life, because pretty much everything is different. And we're going to build one more of these so we can get growing. I also have some new pots for the porch. So I will link to this on my Amazon affiliate program link in the description. So if you want one of these, you can get one as well. I just found it on Amazon. They were decently inexpensive. They come in a few sizes and it works for my purposes. I thought it looked pretty cute. They're very lightweight, which is great for porch gardening. And that really brings me in to our first topic is, where am I living? And why is my garden different this year? So with this, you want to start with the bottom piece. Here's the reservoir. You can see the drain tubes in there as well. It's just a really great system. And then the bottom goes in with the drainage holes, and this is where your soil will be. And we're just going to snap these sides in, which go in pretty easily. So once you push them in, you just kind of click it into place. And I'll do all four sides. As I'm getting this set up and kind of getting some of the other pieces out here, trying to separate all of the sides that are going to hold those walls together. I've been through a lot of changes over the past year. It's probably why I've been posting less frequently on this channel, because my life has been in such a state of flux. One thing I want to keep and remain constant is this channel with gardening and recipes, but having moved, being in a new kitchen, not having my garden, I'm starting over, and it's been definitely a trial to figure out how to do all of that just as a human existing, much less share it on the internet. One of the things that has changed is I am now divorced, so a lot more of my recipes might be focused on things that I can make easily as a person living alone. And that might change some of the ratios as well, as I put up recipes that might be a single serve versus 2 servings. And I hope that will help a lot of you all, but also you may have to double or triple ratios if you have a larger family. I know this is something that might be a little inconvenient, and I really hope it's not, but I'm doing my best. Going through divorce has been a massive change in my life, although a welcome change, and I'm really enjoying this new life I have. I've moved to a completely different city. I no longer live in a house with a garden. I have this very cute apartment. Let's see if I can get this on and talk to you guys at the same time. It's being a little tricky. We got it though. All 4 sides are on. Now we're gonna snap in these little top pieces here just to cover this ledge. So as you can imagine, divorce and moving are 2 of the biggest life changes that you can go through. So it's been a lot this year, with moving, with a new city, with changing my life. And I'm so glad that you guys are all still here. And I'm just surprised that you are, but it's really wonderful. And that's definitely made it hard to kind of keep up with content for everyone as I kind of process a lot of emotions and just generally figure out what on earth am I doing with my life. Now that we've got all 4 of the side covers on, I'm just gonna pop in these reservoir caps so that the water doesn't immediately drain out. We only want it to drain out if we want it to come out. We've got 4 of these on each side. And then we've got 4 caps for these ends as well. These just pop right in. So it's been almost a year of living alone on my own for the first time in a very long time. And it's been so rewarding. And I'm just loving this new time in my life. But it did take me a very long time to get used to cooking for one and making stuff in a brand new kitchen. I'm sure many of you experience this, just changing a relationship or where you live and then having to readjust to how you do things, where things are, how things feel. I had such a flow in my house, in my kitchen that I had, and I lived there for a very long time, over a decade. So I'm just, everything feels new and fresh and good, but I took a very long time to adjust, which made it a little tricky to provide recipes for all of you. So we've built our box, and now we're going to put in some of these pieces for the trellis and just build this up until it looks exactly like the other one. As you go with each layer, take one of these 4 connector pieces and just going to put this right on top of each pole so that we can connect another layer and we can get all of the side pieces that keep it stable installed. Now that we've built the first layer, I'm going to go ahead and put some poles in for our second layer. So in addition to some new types of gardening, which we'll talk about here in a little bit, I'm going to be sharing recipes still, of course, and as I mentioned, they might just be portioned for one person. So while my content is still going to be recipes and gardening, there's definitely going to be a slightly different approach than maybe you've seen on my channel before, and I'm really excited for it. I hope you are as well. I'd love to hear what you guys want to see more of, if you want more personal updates, or if there's any projects that you'd like me to include on the channel, just leave a comment below. You all know that I can't live without having some type of gardening. That is why we are building this little trellis system, because I do have access to a lovely back porch, and it is south facing, so I should have pretty good light, and I'm really excited to see what I can do with such a small space. And I'm sure a lot of you are living in the city as well and have maybe watched my raised bed gardening videos and gone, oh, I wish I could do that, but I can't. So I'm excited to have the challenge of a small city space and see what I can do with it. I've moved this down to the bench so we can put on the final layer, but this is looking so cool. And on the top layer, all we have to do is put the end cap connectors on, which look like this. So they're flat. We're just gonna put those right on top and put our final side pieces in. And we have yet another trellised little bed to put on the porch. Okay, I just pushed in the last piece and this is all built. So now we have 2 beautiful trellises to use on my porch, and these are gonna be for cucumbers. I can't wait to show you all what I create. And yes, I have always been someone who uses more eco-friendly materials than plastic, but I have a lot of reasons why I picked plastic for a porch garden. If you'd like more details on why I chose what I did for a porch garden, let me know and I'll make a follow-up video. Thank you again for building these with me today. And if you want one, you can snag one at the link below. Again, not affiliated, but if you use my affiliate link, it will give a teeny tiny kickback to my channel, which I need. I'm hoping to turn this into my actual job eventually. I've been at this for more than 5 years. So if you would be interested in joining a Patreon or seeing merch from me, please let me know below and I will make that happen. And I'm just so excited. I also got a plot in a local community garden, and I cannot wait to show you guys all the options to compost and garden in a city, even if you can't in your apartment. And there's just so many fun things coming that I can't wait to show you all. Thank you for staying around. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll see you in the next video.